The 3 stages of Virgo. Every horoscope sign has 3 stages to it. All of the signs start off as the representative stage of the sign, and those are the best known icons of all the zodiac signs. For example, the bull for Taurus, the maiden for Virgo, the sea goat for Capricorn. But there are 2 more stages of each sign, and these are less talked about stages. For Virgo, these stages are Maiden, Dark Maiden, and the Queen. Maiden. In this first of the 3 of Virgo stages, natives of this sign are stuck in a mold of perfectionism. They're trying to live their life living up to not just other people's standards, but their own standard of perfectionism. Of course, this is hardly achievable even in a hypothetical form, but to live life in a perfect state, making all the perfect choices, being perfect at all times and not making any mistakes? Impossible. This is why many Virgos in their maiden stage resemble Japanese dolls. They look perfect on the outside, and they're easily declared being stuck up, detached, and cold. This is due to their inherent desire to do no wrong that stems from their inner fear of overtaking any kind of responsibility. This state of being, thus this stage, is not sustainable. The human mind and human body were not made to be perfect. We are not androids. And thus, Virgos sustain a lot of emotional and inner damage during this stage of their evolution. They're yet to learn that they're going about life in all the wrong ways. Life is meant to be rough and raw, and oftentimes quite ugly, and Virgos need to come to terms with that. Dark Maiden. This is the second stage of Virgo's evolution. In this stage, their screws are loosened up and they fearfully exit the mold they've made for themselves. Sometimes their screws fly off the handle and they let loose and go wild, more so than any other sign of the zodiac. This is why this stage is called the Dark Maiden. Virgos in this stage are at their darkest aspect. They let it all go and they force themselves not to care about anything or anyone. Their former servile demeanor and approach are all but gone, and the world is left to deal with a very intelligent, sharp-minded, and emotionally wounded individual. But in this stage of their evolution, Virgos learn what life is all about and how to live it freely without any self-constraints and self-imposed rules that will fortify their facade of being a perfect being at all fronts. This is a necessary form that makes them come to terms with their irrational and illogical emotions, to acknowledge them, accept them, and heal them in order to heal themselves into a complete being, which leads us to their final form, the Queen. In this form, Virgos have integrated and reconciled both their natures, that of a maiden and that of a flawed human being. In this form, they're capable of being of service to others, helping and guiding others, while not neglecting themselves and their own needs. Virgo is all about balancing the duties to others and duties to oneself. These natives have immense intellectual and healing powers, but in order to do that, they first had to go through the dark night of the soul. By going through this, Virgos are able to integrate their shadow into the light parts of themselves, and thus become a complete being. The Queen form is their most beautiful and peaceful form. Virgos are capable of great things on all fronts when they find themselves evolved to this stage, and it's very beautiful to witness them at their best. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to get all the updates.